The Brown family drama has officially reached a boiling point, and fans can't stop talking. In a stunning twist, Meri Brown has finally turned the tables on Kody, calling him out for allegedly disowning his own children while he still seethes with rage over Christine's independence. Sister Wives viewers are floored by Meri's explosive revelations, and the tension between Kody and his exes has never been more intense. With shocking accusations flying and old wounds ripping open, the truth threatens to shatter what's left of the Brown family's fragile image, and fans are demanding answers. The Sister Wives universe has never been short on drama, but the latest development has shaken fans to their core. For years, viewers have watched Meri Brown remain relatively quiet compared to her outspoken sister wives Christine and Janelle. But now, in a bombshell twist that no one saw coming, Meri has flipped the script on her former husband, Kody Brown, and exposed what she claims is his darkest betrayal yet. According to Meri, Kody has disowned some of his own children, leaving fans reeling with shock, disbelief, and anger. What makes this revelation even more explosive is the timing. It comes just as Kody continues to stew with bitterness over Christine's newfound independence and happiness. For over a decade, the TLC series Sister Wives has followed the complexities of polygamy in the Brown family, with Kody at the center of the drama. Once celebrated as a father of 18, Kody always projected an image of a man devoted to his wives and children, even as cracks began to show. But Meri's claims suggest that Kody's role as a father may not have been as noble as he portrayed. By alleging that he effectively disowned his kids, Meri has pulled back the curtain on a side of Kody that the cameras never fully captured, one that fans are now demanding accountability for. Tension between Meri and Kody has always been palpable. Their relationship, once the cornerstone of the family, unraveled over years of mistrust, emotional distance, and a lack of intimacy. While Christine took a bold stand by leaving Kody in 2021, Meri lingered in the shadows, hesitant to fully detach even when it became painfully clear that Kody no longer wanted her as a partner. But now, Meri's decision to speak out against Kody has cast her in a whole new light. Rather than playing the quiet, loyal ex-wife, she has emerged as a voice willing to reveal the harsh truths about Kody's parenting and his fractured relationships with his children. What does it mean when Meri accuses Kody of disowning his children? For many fans, it validates years of suspicions. Longtime viewers noticed how Kody seemed to prioritize Robyn and her kids while neglecting his older children from his other marriages. Christine and Janelle's children frequently spoke about their estranged relationship with their father, often highlighting how distant he became during the pandemic and how his choices drove wedges between him and the rest of the family. From Isabel's heartbreaking surgery without Kody by her side to Gabriel's emotional confession about feeling abandoned, fans have already seen evidence of Kody's shifting loyalties. But now, Meri's words give weight to the idea that Kody didn't just neglect his kids, he outright disowned them in practice, if not in words. Public fallout has been swift. Social media has erupted with commentary, with fans expressing outrage and heartbreak over the possibility that Kody, once praised for raising such a large family, could sever ties with his own children. "Disowning your kids is the lowest of the low," one fan wrote on Twitter. Another chimed in, "Meri was quiet for years, but if she's saying this now, it means Kody's behavior must be even worse than what we've seen." The idea that Kody could cut ties with the very children he once claimed to cherish has reignited debates about his true motivations, his relationship with Robyn, and whether the family's polygamist experiment was doomed from the very start. Meri's decision to expose this alleged betrayal is not just about pointing fingers, it's also about reclaiming her voice. For so long, she was viewed as the silent partner, the wife who endured humiliation and rejection without publicly lashing out. Her confession marks a turning point not only in her personal journey but also in the broader Sister Wives narrative. Signals that even those who once stood by Kody's side are no longer willing to protect his image. Instead, Meri's revelation may encourage other family members to come forward with their own truths, further unraveling the carefully crafted storyline that Kody has tried to maintain. Kody, for his part, has not remained silent in the face of accusations. While he hasn't directly responded to Meri's latest claims, his behavior in recent seasons suggests a man consumed by resentment, particularly toward Christine. He has repeatedly blamed her for the family's breakdown, accusing her of betrayal and selfishness. Yet, the irony is hard to ignore. While Kody rages against Christine for leaving him, he seems to have abandoned his role as a father to many of his children, leaving them to pick up the pieces of fractured relationships. Meri's allegations add another layer of complexity to this narrative, one that casts Kody not as a victim but as the architect of his family's downfall. The emotional toll on the children themselves cannot be overstated. For kids who grew up in the public eye, having their father accused of disowning them is both painful and humiliating. Fans have pointed out that the children never asked to be part of a reality show or a polygamous lifestyle. They were simply born into it. To now find themselves at the center of such damning accusations raises questions about how they will move forward, both individually and as a family. Some, like Michael T. and Pedon, have already spoken out publicly about their complicated relationship with Kody, while others have remained more private. Meri's statements may embolden more of them to share their experiences, potentially painting an even bleaker picture of life under Kody's control. At the same time, Meri's revelation shines a light on the role Robyn has played in this family drama. Many fans have long believed that Kody's favoritism toward Robyn and her children created a rift that could never be healed. By allegedly disowning his older children, Kody only reinforces the perception that he traded loyalty to his first 3 wives and their kids for devotion to Robyn and her family. This perception has fueled years of online backlash against Robyn, who is often blamed for the family's collapse, fairly or unfairly. With Meri's latest comments, that backlash is certain to intensify, as fans accuse both Kody and Robyn of turning their backs on the very family that made them famous. The world of sister wives has always thrived on family tension, emotional revelations, and moments so raw that viewers can't look away. For more than a decade, fans have watched the Brown family navigate the complicated landscape of polygamy, shifting alliances, and broken promises. But nothing has rocked this reality TV empire quite like the latest revelation from Meri Brown, Kody's first wife. In a stunning turn of events, Meri has dropped a bombshell that threatens to change the narrative around Kody forever. According to Meri, the man once celebrated as a devoted father of 18 has effectively abandoned many of his children, prioritizing his own pride and resentment over the bonds he once claimed were sacred. The timing of her revelation is equally explosive. Kody continues to seethe with anger toward Christine, the wife who left him, all while accusations of paternal neglect swirl around him. Confession has sent shockwaves through the sister wives' fanbase, creating a firestorm of discussion online. Meri, long regarded as the quiet and reserved wife who held her pain close, is now the one exposing what many suspected but never heard spoken so boldly. Kody has turned his back on his family, and his obsession with Christine's independence has blinded him to the fallout his behavior is causing. Fans, who once saw Kody as the patriarch of a large, unconventional family, are now confronting a new picture, one of a father who has abandoned his children emotionally and perhaps even spiritually. To understand the weight of Meri's bombshell, it's important to revisit the history of the Browns. When Sister Wives premiered in 2010, Kody and his 4 wives, Meri, Janelle, Christine, and later Robyn, introduced themselves to the world as pioneers of modern polygamy. Kody was the energetic leader, charismatic and determined to prove that polygamy was about love, family, and faith. Viewers were captivated, not just by the lifestyle but by the children. With 18 kids between them, the Browns were a family like no other on television. Kody often spoke about his pride in being a father, insisting that his relationships with his children were at the core of his identity. For years, this image of super dad seemed unshakable. But cracks began to form as the seasons rolled on. The introduction of Robyn and her children shifted the dynamic. Suddenly, Kody's attention seemed disproportionately focused on his youngest wife and her family, leaving his older children feeling abandoned. COVID-19 pandemic made the situation worse, as Kody imposed strict rules that isolated him from Janelle and Christine's children. Viewers watched heartbreaking moments unfold. Gabriel sobbing after realizing his father had forgotten his birthday, Isabel undergoing major surgery without Kody's support, and Garrison feeling pushed out of the family home. These moments painted a painful picture. The children of Kody's first 3 marriages were losing their father, not because of circumstances beyond control, but because of choices Kody himself was making. Enter Meri's latest revelation. Though she has often kept her emotions guarded, Meri is now pulling back the curtain. By accusing Kody of effectively abandoning his children, she's confirming what fans have long suspected. Kody has chosen favorites, and in doing so, he's left behind those who once depended on him most. This isn't just about neglect, it's about betrayal. For Meri to say it out loud is to strip away the last vestiges of the happy polygamous dad image Kody clung to. And as she speaks, Kody continues to rage at Christine, still blaming her for breaking apart the family, even as his own actions are revealed to be the true catalyst. The irony of the situation isn't lost on viewers. Kody has spent recent seasons accusing Christine of betrayal, of tearing the family apart for selfish reasons. He's expressed anger, bitterness, and even disdain for the woman who dared to choose independence. But while he rages at Christine, the real story is unfolding around him. The children he once claimed to love unconditionally are left feeling abandoned. Meri's bombshell exposes the hypocrisy in Kody's narrative. While he blames others for the collapse of his family, his own choices to walk away from his children reveal a darker truth. Fans have been quick to react, flooding social media with their outrage. On Twitter, one viewer wrote, "Kody's obsession with blaming Christine is pathetic. Meri just confirmed what we've all seen. He abandoned his kids, plain and simple." Another added, "The saddest part is the kids didn't ask for any of this. They didn't ask to be on TV, they didn't ask for polygamy, and now their father has abandoned them." Facebook fan groups dedicated to sister wives are ablaze with discussions, with many praising Meri for finally speaking up. "She's been quiet for too long," one fan wrote. "Now she's telling the truth and Kody can't hide anymore." Meri's revelation also shines a spotlight on her own evolution. For years, fans criticized her for staying silent, for not leaving Kody even after he openly admitted he had no romantic interest in her. Her emotional struggles were documented on the show, from her catfishing scandal to her attempts to reconnect with Kody. But now, Meri seems to have found her voice. By calling out Kody's failings as a father, she's stepping into a new role, one of truth-teller, someone no longer willing to cover for the man who repeatedly humiliated her. This shift has earned her newfound respect among fans, many of whom see her as finally breaking free from Kody's control. The implications of Meri's statement are far-reaching. For the children, it validates their own experiences of feeling abandoned. For the wives, past and present, it's a reminder that the man they once trusted as a husband and father may not have been as devoted as he claimed. And for the show itself, it's a turning point. Sister Wives has always thrived on drama, but Meri's bombshell could reshape the narrative going forward, turning the spotlight away from Christine's supposed betrayal and squarely onto Kody's failures. Kody, of course, is unlikely to take this quietly. Known for his fiery temper and refusal to admit fault, he will almost certainly push back against Meri's accusations. Yet the damage is done. Once the idea is out there that Kody abandoned his children, it cannot be erased. Fans have already seen too much evidence to dismiss it as exaggeration. Whether Kody denies it or not, the perception is cemented. He is a father who turned his back on his family. For over a decade, Sister Wives has given viewers a front-row seat into the complicated dynamics of Kody Brown and his sprawling plural family. Through all the ups and downs, one figure has often lingered in the shadows. Meri Brown, the first wife, the one whose silence was both haunting and infuriating. For years, she allowed the cameras to roll while her marriage to Kody withered and while her voice seemed muted compared to Christine's laughter, Janelle's steady resolve, and Robin's tears. But now, in a stunning turn of events that fans never expected, Meri has broken that silence, and the words she unleashed have struck like a lightning bolt. In a fiery rebuke, she has accused Kody of abandoning his own children, declaring bluntly that there has been no father figure for many of them. The gravity of Meri's accusation cannot be overstated. For years, Kody has fashioned himself as a devoted patriarch, a man who may have struggled with 4 marriages but who never wavered in his devotion to his 18 children. The image of Super Dad was central to the Brown family's pitch when they first opened their doors to TLC cameras in 2010. Their polygamous lifestyle was controversial, but Kody's insistence on being there for his children won many viewers over. Now that image is crumbling, and it is crumbling not because of rumors or fan speculation, but because Meri, the wife who stood beside him for decades, is calling him out. Meri's words, "no father figure," cut to the core of what viewers have seen play out in recent seasons. From Isabel's heartbreaking spine surgery, where Kody's absence loomed like a shadow, to Gabriel's emotional breakdown when he realized his father had forgotten his birthday, fans have watched moment after moment of children feeling abandoned. Yet, until now, none of the wives had directly accused Kody of outright disowning his kids. Christine spoke of favoritism, Janelle expressed frustration over his strict COVID rules, and the children themselves voiced pain. But Meri naming the issue so bluntly, saying that many of these kids had no real father figure, is a watershed moment in the saga. For Meri, the journey to this point has been long and painful. Once the legal wife and the cornerstone of the family, she was the woman who introduced Kody to the world of polygamy and helped him expand his household. But their marriage began to unravel years ago. The emotional distance between them grew, compounded by betrayals and misunderstandings. The infamous catfishing scandal in 2015 left Meri humiliated and isolated, while Kody showed little interest in rebuilding their connection. On the show, Kody himself admitted that he had no desire for an intimate relationship with Meri, relegating her to the margins of the family. Yet despite the rejection, Meri stayed. For years, fans begged her to leave, to walk away and reclaim her dignity. She remained silent, her presence more symbolic than substantive. That is why her decision